Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Estate with Ryan. So excited to be with you on a Saturday. I hope you're trying to stay warm. I know we are. It's been a cold week, but thank you for joining us. We've got a great show for you. As always, have a little fun and excited that you guys are with us. Thank you for following us. If you're tuning in for the first time, you can always catch us on News Talk 98.7 at 1. Of course, our partners over at Talk Radio 92.3 FM at 11 a.m. And, of course, we're streaming live over there on Facebook channel. Get a chance to watch us over there. And I appreciate all you guys following us. And, of course, in case you missed the show, we've got you on a replay, all the social media channels, from Facebook to X to Instagram to YouTube, and, of course, all the media channels like Google, Spotify, and iTunes. So we got you covered there. Got a great show for you. Hope everybody's doing well. Talking about the biggest questions your real estate clients are asking. So, Ryan, what are the biggest questions your real estate clients are asking in the Knoxville housing market? We're going to cover that and so many things today, but we're going to spend that time. I think it's important as we heat up into the selling season, when we come out of the deep freeze here. You know, we got an opportunity to head into the spring market where most homes in March and April are put in the market and a lot of real estate starts selling, regardless of the market, okay? I did get a snapshot before we kind of start. I'll go over some numbers, but I wanted to talk about those. We have several items that I think you might find helpful. You know, if you're thinking about buying or selling this year, or maybe you have a friend, family member that may need some help, and this show will be very helpful for you. So look forward to talking about that today, and thought it'd be a good topic as we kind of wind down February. Hard to believe February is over, but March is right around the corner. And as always, before we start, we've got some congrats, we've got some closings, got some new listings, and we'll get going right on that first thing. So, all right, new listings, 309 Brown Wren Way, Gatlinburg, past client there, going to sell his investment property, and appreciate him reaching out to us. Opportunities for a new construction over in Kingston, 2434 Grandview Court. We only have a couple left. Make sure you check us out on our website. That just went pending. Beautiful waterfront condos. Just a great community, maintenance free. Make sure you check those out. They're on our website, and you can visit all those and so many other properties at ryancoleman.org. All right. We got a brand new congrats, got a contract, waterfront property, Deep Cove, 825 Deep Cove Lane. I think we're on the market just a short couple of weeks and currently under contract. Congrats to our great seller there. 1704 Sierra Lane in Sevierville. Couple days in the market, sold, and congrats to our great seller. And we may have another pending sale for our great seller here. He has a building lot that he's deciding not to build on, and he's going to sell that. So hopefully we have something here at the close of the show for him, another offer for him. So those are our newest pending. And, of course, we have congrats to our great sellers, 620 Porchfield Lane, closing in a couple days, officially closed on their side. Great sellers, couldn't ask for better sellers, and just a great experience with those guys over in Bridgemore, selling that property for them, and excited to get them in their new home in Maryville, new construction. That was a journey. We won't get into that right now, talking about new construction and builder's risk and dealing with builders and things like that. So we may have a show on that we can talk about how to choose your custom builder, what to watch out for, things like that. So they were giving me some stories, and we were at a closing this morning, and may make that a show. I think you find it very, very helpful. But then congrats to our great seller on 1081 Cove Road, condo out in Sevierville. We're able to get that done for them, and super excited for them. So a lot of news going on. Real estate market's a little bit all over the place. Interest rate, stock market was on Friday, was looking pretty rough. News on all kinds of fronts. So, the housing market is what it is, but it's going to be moving forward this year. I think a lot of conversations that we've had is that interest rates are where they're at. And they say, well, Ryan, what are the interest rates? They're variable, but right now we're looking at 6.87 on a 30-year fixed, and our 15-year mortgage is 6.09, okay? So still under 7% right now, depending on where you shop. That's going to probably be for the next couple of weeks, but we will see. We will see. Housing stats, I thought these would be very helpful. Active homes in the Knoxville housing market are down. So all of our active listings are about 5,385. All right. Pending for the month of February as of now was 975. Year over year, that is up. So that's good. We're up. We're trending up. That's a good thing. Sold 408. That number's down pretty much a little bit there. And so that number is not where we want to see it. But weather, keep in mind, a lot of conversations that we're having with our sellers is it's hard to gauge this market. You know, we're coming out of a deep freeze this week, and the first couple of weeks in January were similar, right? And so a lot of people that I expect, and probably what you'll see in the housing market, is, you know, our business is always all or nothing. It really is. And if you're in the real estate market, or if you're in sales, or you're dealing any kind of public, it's, you know, people want to buy, they buy. If they don't, they don't. And so the market adjusts and, you know, kind of dictates where we're at. So weather plays a lot of that. You know, we've got a great new construction build that I was talking to you about my sellers, and there's some items that's going to hold off their final notice of completion. And so those things come into play. But I think a lot of people that were planning on selling are still planning on selling. The question is, when will that be? Well, with the weather and the things that we're facing, that has caused a lot of people to delay putting their home on the market. So expect some increased inventory is what I'm saying. Here in the next couple of weeks, weather breaks. I think you'll see the market open a little bit, and buyers will have a lot more selections. You know, so if you're looking for a home, got a great new client that we're going to be working with from New York, engineer coming down here, and I told him I think that the opportunity for new inventory will be rising here in the next couple of weeks. So, you know, it's always about timing, and I think that timing's coming good for a lot of you buyers. Average price listed in the Knoxville housing market is about $469,759. That average price sold is up $459,898. So price listed is up, price sold is up. Average square foot price for a home that's a resale or new construction, they've kind of put all those together, is $225 per square foot. And the average days on market in the Knoxville housing market right now is about 57 days. So I thought that was good. We kind of cover some of those topics and go through that. So, you know, let's see how the weather breaks. Let's see what things go on in the housing market and kind of get you moving into what? Out of the coats. I'm over it. My wife literally texted me today, and my kids, they said they're dreaming of the beach. I don't know about if you kiddos are dreaming of the beach, but it may be that time. Spring break is not far away, believe it or not. And so will it be beach time? That'll be a good opportunity to unwind and progress that we're at spring, almost at spring. That's hard to believe, isn't it? Is it? Let's kind of dive into our show and talk about some of the questions that we get from sellers and buyers across. And it was now a good time to sell with the housing market. And really that housing question market always depends on you. We're going to talk about that at specific market conditions in a seller's area. Generally, the real estate market is highly competitive right now, which is good news for sellers. The answer to this question includes some of the biggest reasons why it may be a good time to sell. Why it's a good time to sell is that inventory is still relatively low across the country. With buyer demand high, if your home is priced right, we've got a great opportunity to sell that property quickly and hopefully for the most amount of money. In a competitive market, the seller has the upper hand. This can be very advantageous. As well, professionals have that opportunity to position your home to not only get it sold, but hopefully for the most amount of money in less time. Maybe even resulting in today's market multiple offers. That being said, we are not in the same market as we were 3 or 4 years ago. So keep that in mind, and always going to urge you that if you're going to get your property on the market, or you're thinking about selling, we urge you to interview agents, talk to agents, even if you're thinking about selling yourself. You'll find that there's options out there, and your best asset in today's market, I still say it every day, and I know I'm an agent, right? What else would I say, right? But, you know, having a great agent or a great team in your corner, it's always about teamwork. And I feel like we got some of the best teammates that I can have here in East Tennessee working for our group and helping our great sellers here in our area. But do that homework on your own and make sure that as we go into this season, that the market's got a lot of, let's say, adversities, but there's a lot of challenges, right, in the marketplace today. make sure that you got the right team helping you guide you through that. One of the other questions is, Ryan, how much is my house worth in today's market? In today's market, that's variable. What used to be a certain price per square foot or where a home sold for today has changed dramatically. We've got an opportunity, I'll talk about it more in the second half, that if you're thinking about the journey and wanting to know where your home value is, but not ready right now, we've got a tool that will help you on the second half of Real Estate with Ryan. Look, we got the second half coming up. Stay with us. We'll be right back after the break.
Knoxville and East Tennessee. The region is known for its rolling hills, rivers, and lakes. There's no better place to work, live, or raise a family. Home is where your story begins. Buying or selling your home is a big decision, and you need a real estate team you can trust.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty, your hometown experts. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let us develop a winning game plan for you.
Hometown Realty is East Tennessee's #1 real estate group and a proud sponsor of the Vols.
I'm Ryan Coleman with Hometown Realty. The real estate market's changing every day. You need to know your home's value in today's market. Text your home address to 290-2290 for an instant, no obligation home evaluation. That's 865-290-2290. And remember, when you're ready to sell, we have a guaranteed sale program to get you in your next home stress-free. Trust your hometown experts. We've helped thousands of people just like you. All right, we're back at it, Real Estate with Ryan. Thank you for staying tuned. So much going on here in the studios, but couldn't think of a better Saturday to be with you guys and talk a little real estate, the housing market, East Tennessee. We're talking about questions that your clients are asking you in the Knoxville housing market. What are the top questions? We're going over all those as we prepare for the spring market right around the corner. I say after we get through the deep freeze, we're going to be ready for some better weather. And let's still go our 60-second vol update first, and then we'll jump right back into the show because I got a lot to cover, and I want to make sure we have enough time to cover it with you guys. All right, 60-second vol update. Drum roll, please. All right, Tennessee athletics is in full force as we have the men on a big win the other day, 81-76. The Volunteers beat Vanderbilt in the house. Had a chance to go to that game. It was a really good game. Opportunity there, and the crowd was electric. I mean, it was one of the better games I've seen in a while, and didn't start out in the first half exactly what we wanted to see, but had an opportunity to close strong. Ziegler had a great game in the second half, and it was just a great team win. All right, the ladies just played the other night. Had a chance to watch them as well. Big win, 88-80 versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. All I heard was same as football. Our fans are relentless. They are, but the Roll Tide didn't roll too great. Lady Vols are on a roll there, having a great big win. And before you know it, we'll be a couple weeks out, and we'll be into March Madness. Now, we've only got a couple home games for men and women. Make sure you follow our page, like, share, all that good stuff, because Hometown Realty is going to send you to the remaining games. Parking passes when that applies. And all you got to do is like, share, and follow our page. That's easy. And we've got a lot of things that we're going to do throughout the year. Interesting stuff, fun stuff, giveaway, things like that. All you got to do is follow our page. We're glad to do it. And I get a chance to see all your photos and the kiddos. And we love it. Me and my team, we love it. And keep it coming. And glad we can do that, guys, for you. So that is our 60-second vol update. Hometown Realty, proud sponsor of the Vols. Go Big Orange. So good to see. It was a good crowd the other day, even though it was ice cubes out there. It wasn't packed house, but I think a lot of people with the weather didn't have a chance to make it out. But we did. I took my daughter, had a good time, had a really good time. All right, so let's see here. Get back at it. We're talking about things we need to do, questions that I thought are important. We started in the first half. How much is my home worth? How do I determine that value? And we've talked about this for a while, but in that process of this year or in the next couple of years, if you're thinking about buying or selling, it's an opportunity to see what your home's value is. And we've got a free and easy service for you. It's not done by a robot. It's not done by, somebody that doesn't know your market. It's done by my team here, licensed agents that know your market, that know your values. And sometimes you're not ready for an agent to come out and talk to you. But you got that process, and you got to start exactly knowing what your home is worth. I had a great client of mine a future client of mine that we met in Maryville, and I think we've been talking with her for almost a year. And her time is now where she's going to be looking for something a little smaller, a little condo, and she's ready to sell her home. And that opportunity started with the same conversation we're having today on the radio, was you got to know your home's value. And the easiest way to know your home's value, if you're not ready to chat with us officially to come out, is to text for your home value. So we've got a free service. We've been doing this for years, and I probably don't talk about it enough. So make sure you get a pen. Remember the number. If not, you got it on replay. But if you want to know your home's value, that's the best way to do that. Start with our service and text this number. It's 865-290-2290. I'll repeat that. 865-290-2290. Text me your address. My team will get back with you promptly, evening, weekends. If it's 1 or 2 in the morning, we'll get back with you in the morning, the next morning. But we'll get right back with you with a number and a value of what we can determine today's value. And obviously, for the most accurate value, we encourage you to get us out to the property so we can get the visual, as the buyer would be, right? Kind of put it in the buyer's perspective. So take advantage of that service. It's there for you. All you got to do is text us, and we're going to get you a value to start that process and maybe have a couple questions if you could answer. So that's where you want to start your value. If not, you're going to make sure that you're going to know pricing in today's market is key. Obviously, pricing the home, when it comes in today's market, we know the inventory went over the numbers a little bit. We're a little bit under 6,000 homes on the market. So pricing is going to come down to consideration of, what do they say about real estate, Ryan? It's location, 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 right? Layout, floor plan. Is there a master on the main? Is there not? What about, what's a big thing that I think we're seeing today? Certain conditions, certain features. I mean, it just depends on the price range of your home. We just listed one in 𝐘𝐿𝐄𝐍𝐍𝐄𝐄. It's got an elevator. I mean, that's pretty cool. We don't get to see that as much, but that's big. We got a certain generation that, that will be something that they need to factor in on the new construction build. We've already got it covered for you. But a way to get an estimate or know where your value is obviously take us up on that or get a competitive market analysis. You want to do that. It's been around for years. We call it an equity assessment, where we can come out, talk to you what we need to do in today's market to get you top dollar, and things maybe that maybe are on the list to get my home sold. So that'd be number 3 is, what do I need to do to get my home sold, Ryan? What are the things I need to do? Obviously, big repairs. Preparing a home for sale is never easy, and that's why we do this show, and to start that process if you're thinking of selling this year. Roofs, HVACs, any kind of water issue. I think water is one of our enemies. It just seems to be a simple fix if you can catch it early, but water obviously, if it keeps going unattended and we don't correct it, it can cause a lot of damage to the home. So these are things that are very, very important that we handle on the front end before we present our home to the open market and a potentially inspection, okay? Often the first 2 steps are, if you're getting your home ready, we know it, we hear it, we all have our stuff, right? We've always got stuff. I got a great client that the other day, they had a whole 2 rooms of stuff. And it's important that it's okay. Like, it's no big deal. But those personal items got to go, or we have to get a storage unit. Recommend renting a storage unit. There's a lot of opportunities here in town, climate controlled. Get a storage unit, put the units there, make the home easy to show, all right? Remember, I know there's a lot of important items there, but some of the knickknacks and things like that, we got to put those up so our home can show the best and the best presentation. Deep clean, that's probably a given, especially if you have dog babies like us. Pets, we love them. I understand. I've got one where we, they are on the couch, and not my couch, but I see certain clients that got the dog babies on the couch, but we've got to get that ready and make sure that before we hit the market that we've got a deep clean, and maybe somebody doesn't have dogs or animals or cats and things like that. So we want to make sure it's neutral to the masses, and we get any kind of decor and things like that ready to go. Curb appeal. I know it's not much curb appeal right now because it's frigid, but this spring, make sure we spend a little extra money in the curb appeal, flowers, mulch, things like that highlight the home's features. It's very, very important. Not a lot of money, but the old saying is if the buyers ride up to the property, they do the neighborhood tour and the curb appeal is not where it needs to be, or it's not inviting, the buyers may pass on that property. They may not set up a showing. And so we don't want curb appeal to be an issue where buyers are not superly excited about getting a showing. Do we do a home inspection? Ryan, I want to put my home on the market. Should we do a home inspection? Question I got the other day. There's a yes and there's a no. And clients I was meeting with in Harriman the other day, and the big items I think are always very, very important. It depends on the age. Got a great client said we just replaced the HVAC a couple years ago. I'd probably say that the HVAC is in pretty good shape. But if the roof is a 23-year-old roof out of 25 or 30-year shingles, then that's an opportunity that even if the roof's in good shape and it's not leaking, this is what I was talking with the clients the other day, was buyers and the inspector is going to come in and say, hey, Ryan, roof is at the end of its life, and we're going to probably need to budget for replacement. So these are things that you can do on the front end by getting an inspection or getting an inspection of the major items to cover those things, and making sure that when you get a quote, it's not in a specific time frame for inspection where you've got 5 days to respond. And then, the other side comes up with a quote that's 3 times the cost of what it really would be. In today's market, Ryan, how long would it take to sell? That is what everybody wants to know in the Knoxville housing market. Obviously, we did an average about 57 days on the market, some quicker, some less. Most importantly, get with your agent, get with the right team to help you, guide you, to make sure that your home is ready to sell at the right amount of time. One of the biggest things that we see, and I'll kind of close this, and we might have to come back to this, is understanding that we could price our home higher and then maybe come down. In today's market, that may end up pricing you out of the market as your neighbors come on into the spring market and summer months and watching your price and end up pricing yours below. So buyers are shopping, and keep that in mind. I hope you've enjoyed the show today. Look forward to seeing you back next weekend. Y'all have a great weekend.